Hello, my name is Lucy, and I'm here to talk to you about 5 things to do to advocate for older adults with craniofacial difference. As you can see, I'm an older adult with craniofacial difference. I was born with a severe and complete bilateral cleft lip and palate, and that involved me having several surgeries throughout my life up until age 51. It also involved speech therapy as a child and extensive dental work, and that included general dentistry, periodontics, orthodontics, and prosthodontics, which I still continue today. So let's start off with number one. The thing that we want to look at is contact with local and national groups. The local groups would include your county of residence, your town, maybe your state, where you can connect with organizations who support older adults and introduce this concern to those groups. And the other side of that is national groups. The first one that comes to mind is AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons. And the second one is the NCOA, or the National Council on Aging. I have already reached out to these groups to write articles and to speak to address those older adults with craniofacial difference. And my hope is to continue to get to a place that will support this community. And just to mention, the AARP does have local and statewide organizations to support older adults. So that would be another place for them to go, especially if they're members. And the second thing to do is to let older adults with craniofacial difference know that they are not alone with regard to information about their dental care and consideration of their needs from their healthcare providers. And it could also be medical in addition to dental, and to assist them to get involved and possibly find a group that has a outpatient clinic to support older adults with craniofacial difference regarding their needs. And the reason that I bring these up is that I did some research and I only found one conclusive article to support older adults with craniofacial difference. And this article that I found was in the process of doing a qualitative study. And so it engaged people ages 57 to 82. And those are the things that they found, that these people really felt isolated and from their peers, and also because of their appearance. And so this article was found in the Cleft Palate Craniofacial Journal. In fact, the title of the article is Older Adults' Experiences of Living with Cleft Lip and Palate, a Qualitative Study Exploring Aging and Appearance. So that's another thought to ponder. So my third item is to connect older adults with specific organizations to their concerns. And the first one that comes to mind is Smile Train. Smile Train is a global charity throughout the world and in the U.S. who they serve specific communities where there is an underserved part that does not care for children and adults with craniofacial difference and cleft lip and palate. And so they do the surgeries, and they also provide other modalities to support them in their needs, not just a surgery. The second, and to add to that, I am a volunteer with Smile Train, and I'm a member of their Cleft Community Advisory Council, and I enjoy that. The next group is called My Face. I do have some involvement with them. And the third organization is the American Cleft Palate Craniofacial Association. And then the last one is the American Academy of Developmental Medicine and Dentistry. So all these organizations are wonderful for supporting craniofacial difference. And so the fourth one is to create a network for older adults with craniofacial difference. What I have found is that my associates, my family and friends tend to use the telephone and the texting and email for communication. And as older adults, they also use more internet and YouTube to obtain information, along with paperback and hardback books, ebooks, let's say audiobooks, iBooks, and of course TV and radio, journals. And so they don't don't utilize social media that much. In fact, I did another study, and I found this was in July of 2022, where they found that older adults do use social media minimally compared to other age groups. And so one of the things I think about is if those people who design like apps and other means of social media, that they take the older adult into consideration with regard to maybe the font size. I know I always look at that, and also about making it easier for them to get around, and that might help them to have a better experience with it and be a little more open to it, because it is helpful in many ways, which I have found. And so the last one, the number 5, is I want to continue this advocating endeavor indefinitely, that this process will continue for generations to come in order for older adults to feel that they are never alone, that these individuals with craniofacial difference will never feel isolated, and it will actually help to improve their well-being and feeling better about themselves. So I will continue this advocacy. If you would like to get in touch with me, my email is hello@bellalucia.com, or .net, excuse me. It's BELLALUCIA.net. Hello. And then my website is Lucia, Bella Lucia, BELLA, again, LUCIA, all one word, lowercase, .net. So I've enjoyed sharing these things to do to advocate for my population, and I will continue to do so.